Today's topic is Upanayanam. What is Upanayanam? That is the question. The technical meaning go by Sanskrit language. Upanayanam, Nayanam means eyes. Upanayam means a second pair of eyes. We have normal eyes. Over and above, additional eye is given. It is not that 4 eyes will come. A eye of wisdom is given. The opening of the eye of wisdom is called Upanayanam. This is the exact meaning of Upanayanam. How do you open that eye of wisdom? The opening of the eye of wisdom is done through a ceremony called Brahmopadesham. Brahmopadesham ceremony is the teaching about Brahman, about supreme reality, to the child or recipient, and initiating the child into Gayatri Upasana. Gayatri Upasana is meditation. So in short, Upanayanam means giving eye of wisdom through a ceremony called Brahmopadesham, where the person who is undergoing the ceremony is called Vatu in Sanskrit, is told about Brahman. And what is told about Brahman is, you are Brahman. Brahman means pure consciousness. Tattvamasi. That teaching is given. Then also teaching is not given. From what you are today, to realize Brahman, you have to do a upasana called Gayatri Upasana. Upasana means meditation practice. That Gayatri Upasana is taught as a part of Upanayana or Brahmopadesham ceremony. Does that answer your question? First part of the question. So, the question is, Upanayanam or Brahmopadesha, is it relevant to today's world? How much of that is relevant? Okay. It may involve some rituals, some ceremony. What ritual, what part of ritual, what part of ceremony is relevant and what is not relevant? Okay. So this Upanayanam is a part of 16 samskaras performed in Sanatana Dharma. There are 16 purification processes. A jiva or an individual being, when born, comes out with certain impurities, vasanas and samskaras. There are 16 stages of ritualistic purification for the the child. One of the important samskara is called Upanayana. For example, Namakarana samskara, naming is one samskara by birth. Garbhadhana is a samskara. When the child is conceived, the consciousness of the father and mother goes into the child at the conception. So Garbhadhana samskara also, they have a process by which they can they can give birth to a beautiful human being. It starts from Garbhadhana. It goes to Namakarana, naming. It goes to that what you call piercing the ears. Like that, there are so many samskaras. One of the main samskara is Upanayanam, before you go to Gurukula. Before the child goes to Gurukula, Upanayana Samskara is performed. And after Samavartana, where he studies for 18 years in Gurukula and he graduates, Samavartana is called graduation ceremony. He enters into marriage. At that time, Vivaha Samskara is called. Vivaha is also called Samskara. Samskara means purification process. Upanayana Samskara is before going to Gurukula. Vivaha Samskara is after graduating from Gurukula in the Samavartana Samaramba, Vivaha Samskara. So like that 16 Samskara is there. The Samskara ends at the time of death, when your body is offered to in the fire to universal consciousness. So the key Samskara here called Upanayana, and all samskaras in Sanatana Dharma, they come from the Vedic mantras. Vedic mantras are the foundation for everything. The Vedic mantras and rituals prescribed by Vedas are done there. Now to the modern mind, there is what is this ritual all about? Okay. Ritual is mechanical practice is called ritual for most of the modern people. Ritual is not that at all. Okay. The ritual has a deeper value in the traditional culture, not only Indian, the cultures like shamans or Native Americans, many of them, they have a value for a ritual. Okay, what it does, what ritual involves, repetition of certain mantras, doing a process in certain way, okay, invoking certain deity, okay, all these are done to create an energy field. In modern language, you can call it as a portal or energy door into a higher field. There's a person called Rupert Sheldrake. He's a scientist. He calls this energy field as morphological field. You can read about it. He's not considered as a mainstream scientist because his theories are not accepted, but widely accepted in many spiritual cultural circles. Morphological field, he says. A morphological field is a field of consciousness which connects all of us. All are connected. It's not God consciousness, a field where information is shared and knowledge is shared across the species. The example he gives is, if a dog in one part of the world learns a trick, somewhere in some other part of the world, other dogs also learn the trick much faster. That means information gets shared. So species of common species, they have a shared information system. Okay, where there's no wireless, there's no TV, there's no radio connection. If you look at our ancient cultures, Mayan civilization or civilization in Africa, civilization in India, where aircrafts are not there, trade routes were not there, but there will be a lot of cultural similarity. At this deeper level, there will be deeper understanding will be similar. So he comes and says, this is because all of us share a common field. This is called morphological field. And many of these practices done by whether shamans or ancient Indian Vedic system is to connect to that field. Connect to the field in certain way. Okay, so you have an altar at home, a puja room. Understand? Puja room is not a place of decoration. Puja room is a place you are creating energy portal to the deity of your choice. There's an energy portal, there's an energy vortex gets created. But it requires certain practices. That practices has to be done faithfully, repeatedly to make it happen. That's what your daily puja is about. That's what your daily naivedya is about, offering is about. So, a set of practices which will connect you to a higher field of energy. In common language, is called ritual. In Vedic language, it's called yajna. Yajna has nothing to do with ritual. Yajna is an offering to a higher consciousness. You are creating a portal to a higher consciousness through yajna. It requires certain level of preparation inside you. It requires certain way of doing it, certain procedure, and if you do it, you'll open the portal. Is that understood clearly? Otherwise, we are locked in an energy portal which is more closer to earth element. Can you open up? That's why Agni is called Purohita. Yadnamile Purohitam. Veda mantra starts with Yadna for Yadna. Agni as a portal. The fire is the portal. I mean, in a very common sense, the fire, if you put something into the fire, it converts, burns it, and makes it a subtle element. In our language, it's burnt. But burnt doesn't mean destroyed. In nature, nothing can be destroyed. Neither matter nor energy. So what is the Vedic mantra doing? Converting into an energy field and conveying the information through the energy field to a portal. That's called Yajna. The people who do it very precisely, repeatedly, with the faith, and there is a very proper intonation, very specific method. It's so very technical. It's not a common man's this. They are able to create that portal of energy. That's called Yajna. Okay. So what is the benefit of Yajna? What is that portal of energy? When you connect to the energy field, the information shared in the energy field gets available to you. I mean, in the modern days language, it's as good as saying, I log into internet and go to a particular portal. Then I get the information there. Because it is recorded in servers. A portal, energy portal, is a mechanism for us to access the energy, the information which is there in the cosmic energy field in certain way. To access that, portal is created. So if you do that ritual in a specified way, properly, regularly, you'll be able to access that information. So what is the advantage of accessing information? Knowledge. Not everything in life we can learn from scratch. We have to use existing knowledge base. So Gayatri Havana is a portal. Gayatri Havana, Gayatri Yajna is a portal to connect to the consciousness. Gayatri mantra is called Vedamata. Vedamata Gayatri. It's a chandas. Chandas means, Gayatri is a chandas. Chandas means 24 aksharams, or Gayatri mantra has 24 aksharams. Similarly, other chandas also there. So Gayatri chandas is predominant in Vedas. Okay. So in your own modern language, chandas is equivalent to a modulation. You understand what's modulation? A energy has to be modulated in a certain way. The 24 aksharam chandas is a modulation of energy to correct a certain energy field. Gayatri mantra. So when you transmit the information of a certain frequency, certain prayer in certain frequency, you start receiving the blessings. So that's why a typical Gayatri Havana, to a typical Brahmopadishana involves preparation of a boy or a Vatu, we call it Vatu, one who is getting ready for Padisham. First his head is shaven. shaving of the head hair symbolizes thoughts. That's why people shave hair in Tirupati, thinking that all worries are I'm dropping at Tirupati. It's a symbolic. Some people shed the hair, okay, but they don't shed their worries. That's a different case. So shedding the hair, removing the hair means I'm dropping all my this thing and I have a one point focus in life. That one point focus is put it here. This point. That's a juttu. A ponytail is tied here at this place. This is a very crucial nerve point. It's called Bindu Visarga. So the child remove all other hair and making that one point, it's making your mind focused on one point. That point is very important in your life. That's the point. That's the purpose. Okay? You have so many hundreds of thoughts. But in your life, you should focus on one point. That one point is here. It's called Bindu Visarga. Bindu Visarga means the consciousness appears as duality at that point. The one consciousness in human body splits into masculine and feminine, Shiva and Shakti at that point. The universal consciousness is one, neither male, female. But functional purpose, it appears as two, Shiva and Shakti, consciousness and energy. That point is here. So the child is given a ponytail to focus on that point. Your focus of that has to be one point. And that focus has a very beautiful value. Okay? The focus, just by tying that ponytail, your attention goes there because you have no other hair. And that attention brings one pointedness of the mind and something beautiful happens inside. Because that point is also nerve point. Some hormones get secreted. These hormones are beneficial for nervous system, not for your ordinary life, for higher consciousness. That's why it's called Bindu Visarga. So, it's like a acupressure, putting a pressure there at the point. The child is made to remove all the hair. So that means drop all the thoughts. Your single pointed attention should be on this point. That's the whole point. Then he is given a dress of saffron. Saffron dress indicates fire. Okay? Fire of knowledge. The child is told, what is told, knowledge becomes my covering. Knowledge becomes my dress. So far, ignorance is my dress. I live in an ignorant life. Now knowledge becomes my dress. So then what happens? The Gayatri Havana is performed. Gayatri Havana is a portal to the Vedic mantras. Now Vedic mantras are fundamental vibrations in the universe. They're there all the time. You can call it as universal memory or universal vibration. It's a fundamental level, it's there in the universe all the time. All the people cannot access it. Those who can access it are called rishis. They have to make their mind silent and get the info, and then they're called mantra drashtaras. So Gayatri Havana opens the portal for the Vedic energy field. The prayer is done to invoke Divine Mother Gayatri to bless the Vatu, the child who is undergoing Upanayana. I won't use boy because I will say masculine and feminine, boy and girl, to give the wisdom of Gayatri Mantra. So typically the Gayatri Mantra is told by the father to the son or daughter. So the purpose of Gayatri, passing on the Gayatri Mantra from the father and son, father or those who have practiced it, I have practiced this for many years. I have got a benefit of this. Now it is for you. It's a gift. It is not a mantra which is recorded in cassette. Cassette has no value because it doesn't come with the experience. The person who has practiced it, who has got a wisdom out of the Gayatri mantra, can give it to others. That's called Diksha, Mantra Diksha. A person who doesn't have the experience of that gives a Mantra Diksha, it becomes fruitless. The clarity and conviction is missing. Okay. So with the clarity and conviction in the Mantra Diksha is given, that brings a changes in the Vatu. The boy or child who is undergoing Upanayanam. So the Upanayana ceremony involves many people. Many people are invited that day. So that day, the child is initiated to Bhiksha, begging. What is this Bhiksha? The child is saying, I am going for education. Those days, education was not government funded. Education was society funded. Society used to fund education. So the child, every day when he goes to Gurukula, he will have to go for begging. Bhavati Bhikshan Dehi, oh mother, give me Bhiksha. Bhavan Bhikshan Dehi, oh father, give me Bhiksha. Every day, the child has to go and earn his livelihood through Bhiksha. Gurukula has no sponsors. So that has a lot of value. The Bhiksha, earning education through Bhiksha, you will develop a deep gratitude for society. Today, paid by father, okay, there's no value for the money which you're getting. Anyway, father is there to give, okay. There's no relation to society. There's no gratitude. The child starts living fully in gratitude for the society. How I can give it back to you. That is the teaching given at the beginning stage. That's why in the Sandhya Vandana, Upanayanam day, he'll ask for Bhavati Bhikshandehi. Then everybody will give some Bhiksha. So now it all become ritual because people don't understand significance of that. The Bhiksha is, the child is saying, I want to complete my education by borrowing from society, and after marriage, I will return it to society in the form of dharma. Because once I start earning, whatever I got from society, I am going to give it back. That's why during Upanayanam, you become, the Vatu enters into Brahmacharya ashram. Then after what we call as graduation ceremony, it's called Samavarta. He gets married, then he enters into Grastashram. So whatever he has earned, received from society, he wants to give it back abundantly to society. Today, people are very, very arrogant, okay, egoistic. They don't understand how much we have received from the society. So Upanayanam involves these things. First thing is removing the hair. Focus on one point, which is actually called very important point. It's called Bindu Visarga in yoga. Okay. Then also it involves putting Nama Dharana, Bhasma Dharana, Bhasma. Okay. Like what we call as Bhasma is sacred thread, Vibhuti, ash. Okay. Sacred, what she has put in the head, right? Putting ash here, or Gopi Chandana. Gopi Chandana is the dust of the feet of Gopikas. Gopikas in Vrindavan, they lived in a place, that place had dust, that's called Gopi Chandana. So purpose of Gopi Chandana, some people apply Gopi Chandana, some people apply Vibhuti. Okay. So this also not ritualistic. This also appears to be a very ritual. It is not. So what is done? These are applied to certain nerve endings in our body, very specific nerve endings, and certain way of activating nerves. So these are very, very certain nerve points. It's called chakras. They are activated in certain sequence. Okay. Why they are active in certain sequence? Because the activation of nerve points helps us to elevate our consciousness to higher and higher consciousness. So they are actually nerve points, very specific nerve points. But of course, there's other association with that. Gopi Chandranam, people put a namam like this. So that namam, if you see, one end is here and other end points to Brahmarandra. So this end is called Adna Chakra, this end is called Brahmarandra. So the child is reminded, the Bhotto is reminded, Adna has to be connected to Brahmarandra, Visarga has to be activated for higher consciousness during Upanayanam. Okay, every day do it because you forget it. Every day do it until it becomes a part of your life. The activation of those nerve centers in certain way. Now this is not for health reason, this is for more of a spiritual purpose. And Bhasma, Vibhuti, is to remind us that everything in nature is temporary. Everything is impermanent. Everything gets burnt. So this body also gets burnt. But before the body gets burnt, let me achieve a higher consciousness. This is the purpose of Bhasma. The Vibhut, the Namam is that what vertical Namam with Gopi Chandra. Gopis' feet, dust of Gopis' feet. Their Gopis are full of devotion. May the devotion also come in my life, which connects me Adna to Brahmarandra. That is the purpose of Gopi Chandra. So typically, a brahmachari is told how to do Sandhya Vandanam every day, 3 times a day. Okay, so this is what is Upanayanam ceremony. Sandhya Vandanam means 3 times a day we have to do Gayatri mantra chanting. Early in the morning, Brahmi Muhurta, afternoon 12 o'clock, and evening during sunset time. So this has to be done in earlier days near a river bed. The river bed is because river is full of pure pranic energy, that activity. And these 3 times of Sandhya Vandana Kala, our breath, three Sandhya means joining point. So our 2 energy channels are there in body, Ida and Pingala. The Ida and Pingala, they join, energy starts going in Sushumna at 3 Sandhya Kala. Sushumna is the higher consciousness nadi. So utilize that point and get into a place where energy is high. Then think of higher consciousness. Actually, with this process, whole naturally higher consciousness develops in the what. This is the process of what you call as Brahmopadesha. And Brahmopadesha means the child is taught Tattvamasi, you are Brahman. Okay? You are Brahman. Your nature is Brahman. Now, to realize Brahman, you are going to Gurukula. Just like we are saying, okay, to study engineering, you are going to engineering college, or medicine, you are going to medical college. The purpose of education is to realize divine nature in us, Brahmadhyana. So for that, Brahmacharya is taught. Brahmacharya means a life suitable for realizing God. That's what is called Brahmacharya. That's why he is into Gurukula. So these are the things, a part of Upanayanam ceremony or Brahmopadesha ceremony. Of course, people who come there, the guests, they'll have food. But ultimately, the child will take home 3 things. One is focusing on Bindu Visarga in the form of Juttu, activating various nerve centers, doing Gayatri mantra in specific way, specific time of doing Gayatri mantra, Sandhya Vandanam, is what he learns. And also he learns the humility, receiving bhiksha from the society for his education purpose. Is it clear? Any questions? No, okay. Thread, okay, I'm not told to put thread, okay. So can you, so also in Upanayanam, a sacred thread is given. Sacred thread, where one from left side of the body to right side of the body. Sacred thread is called Janivara. that has 3 threads. They represent Vedas in 3 forms. Vedas are 4. Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samveda, Atharvaveda. But there are 3 forms. Prose, poetry, and musical. So there are 3 ways of chanting Vedas. The 3 Vedas are represented with 3 threads. 3 ways of chanting Vedas is represented with 3 threads. The purpose of that is my life is dedicated to God, Brahman. I am dedicating myself to God. So the God in the form of Vedas, Vedic knowledge, which I am going to study in Gurukula, protects me. Okay, and these 3 threads have a one common thread, a common joint. It's called Brahma Gantu. So all the 3 Vedas are pointing to Brahman. And how my education and my life is dedicated to realizing that God. So that's the purpose of wearing the thread. And every year during Raju Upakarma day, the thread becomes old. You replace the thread with a new thread, recommitting your dedication to life dedicated to God, life dedicated to realizing Brahman. So Brahman alone is my protector. Brahman alone is my support. That is the meaning of wearing sacred thread. Any questions?
I think it was a great explanation.
What is Gayatri Mantra and what is the purpose of Gayatri Mantra chanting and what is the benefit of Gayatri Mantra chanting? First, let's tell the benefit first. Okay. So there are studies done in some universities, Western universities. Mantra chanting in general, Vedic mantra chanting in general, Gayatri mantra chanting in specific, improves our nervous system functioning. The cognitive functions are enhanced. This is the study done by different universities, especially in Germany and USA. In India also somebody would have done a study. So the nervous system functions get enhanced. Okay, that is Gayatri mantra or any mantra. So Gayatri mantra benefit. Gayatri mantra is mantra for enlightenment. Freedom from ignorance. So the Gayatri mantra has, is chanted like this. Om, chant. Om, Bhur Bhuvasvaha, Tat Savitu Varenyam, Bhargo Devasi Dhimahi, Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om, Bhur Bhuvasvaha, Tat Savitu Varenyam, Bhargo Devasi Dhimahi, Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om, Bhur Bhuvasvaha, Tat Savitu Varenyam, Bhargo Devasi Dhimahi, Diyo Yonah Prachodayat. Okay, so basically Gayatri mantra starts with the prayer to Om. And for whom we are doing Gayatri mantra? For Gayatri mantra is addressed to which deity? Gayatri mantra is addressed to Surya Narayana. People think that Gayatri mantra is for sun. Gayatri mantra is not for sun. Sun is an object. Sun is called Aditya. Aditya means one who was before sun, before beginning of all creation, is called Aditya. That's why Gayatri mantra is addressed to Surya Narayana. It is not sun, it is supreme consciousness in the form of sun. What is specialty of sun? The sun is the focal point for all pranic energy in the universe. It's the source of all energy in the universe, life force. Because of sun, everything operates. All life force is sun. And prana is without life force, there's no intellect, there's no memory, your whole biological system doesn't function. The source of all biological system is sun. Sun as an object. But sun as a consciousness is Narayana. So Gayatri Mantra is a prayer to Narayana in the form of sun. It's called Savitra Narayana. Om represents Parabrahma, supreme reality. Om represents what is beyond creation, sustenance, and destruction. Beyond. It's called Parabrahma. It means that. Tat Savitu Varenyam. The Tat word comes from Tattvamasi. Tat, that Narayana. Savitu. Savita means Narayana is prayed as mother. Savita means Prasavita. You have given birth to entire universe. Who gives the birth to entire universe? Mother. So, Nara Gayatri Mantra is about the motherly aspect of Supreme Consciousness, Divine Mother. Prasavita. Prasavita means one who gives birth to the universe. What type of universe? Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha. Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha means Earth, intermediate planets, and higher planets. Earth, intermediate planets, higher planets. They are not three, they represent 14 lokas, 14 planes of existence. Three is used as indicator to 14. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapuloka, Satyaloka, higher planets. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Tarasatala, Patala are lower planets. These 14 are represented by 3. Bhu, Bhuvaswaha. Hey Narayana, Shriman Narayana, you have given birth to the entire universe as the mother. Okay? So it's a motherly aspect of Narayana. Surya Narayana. You are given birth to this entire universe. Bhur Bhuvaswaha. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha. Tat Savitu. That you have given. Savitu means birth. Varenyaha. Varenya means if I have to praise anything in the world, other than you, nothing is praiseworthy. Everything is object. Okay? We are after objects in the world. We like gold, we like money, power, and possession. These are objects. The only thing worth praising, worth aspiring for, is the consciousness, higher consciousness, Narayana. That's why it's Varenya. Of all the objects, all the things which are praised, you are the highest, greatest. Varenya. Okay, that's Savitu Varenya. And why it's praiseworthy? Narayana, Savitra Narayana, Surya Deva, is called Naranam Ayanaha. Ayana means resting place. Naranam Ayanaha. Only place, only consciousness which can give you rest is Narayana. Everything makes you restless. Everything in the world makes you restless. That's why when you go to deep sleep, you get rest because you have entered into Narayana. Deep sleep is a state of Narayana. When you get a mukti, liberation, you have entered into Narayana. Ayana means resting place. Everything is restless place. So, and what gives me rest and peace? That's the only thing which is praiseworthy. Others make me restless, stressful. So, that's Savitu Varenyaha. That's the only thing which is praiseworthy. If at all You crave in your life, whole life. You want a car, bungalow, money, power, position. I can give you, but you will not get a sleep. Then you're gone. Mind will go mad. The sleep gives us rest. The sleep doesn't give you rest. Narayana gives you rest. The mukti is not freedom. Mukti is becoming one with Narayana. So Gayatri Mantra, right from the first statement, for the child is given, first thing is told that mukti or liberation is Narayana. Tat savitu varenyah. Bhargo devasya dhimahi. Bhargo, Bharga means a power of destruction. There's a power for the universe consciousness has given birth to the universe. Narayana has given birth to the universe. But he has also a power of destruction. The power of destruction of what? The universe created is also destroyed. We are not interested in the power of that destruction. We are interested in the power of destruction, which is actually destroying our ignorance, adnana, in the form of jnana. That's called bharga. Bharga means destroyer, destruction. Why Narayana has the power of bharga? Repeat after me. Narayana samarambhat Shankaracharya madhyamam Asmadacharya paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. The wisdom of liberation, Atma Dnana, has come from Narayana. That is the bharga, power of destruction, of ignorance, ultimate freedom, realizing of supreme consciousness. Bhargo devasya. Deva means universal consciousness. Dhimahi. Let us meditate on him. We are meditating on Swami. Dhimahi means, Dhi means my buddhi, my intellect. My intellect be focused on that particular Narayana, that aspect of Parabrahma. Dhimahi. Diyo yonah prachodayat. Hey Bhagavan, hey Narayana. Now, first Narayana is praised as mother. Then Narayana is praised as destroyer of ignorance. The destroyer of ignorance has become Sadguru. So the prayer is Sadguru. Diyo yona prachodayat. Bhargo devasdimi diyo yona. Prachodayat. Stimulate my intellect. My intellect should sparkle. It's rusted in ignorance. It should be inspired. Diyo yonah prachodayat. Naha means not mine, ours. So here is recognized that I am not individual. There are no individuals. I am praying for collective humanity. My prayer is never selfish, not for me. I want to get enlightened. No. The understanding is enlightenment means everybody in the universe should be enlightened. So enlightenment means destruction of ignorance. Buddha got enlightened. And when somebody asked Buddha, what happened when he got enlightened? So he said, I realized I have become Buddha. I am Buddha. I realized everybody is Buddha. That means enlightenment means recognizing that one reality in all. It's awakening of totality. It's not individual. People have impression that one individual get awakened. He says the entire universe is awakened with him. He cannot see ignorant others. If you see God in yourself, you see God in everybody. If you see a fool in yourself, you see fool in everybody. If you see anger in yourself, you see anger in everybody. What is inside you see. An enlightened one sees enlightenment everywhere. It's an awakening of the totality, not individual. That's the Diyo Naha means ours, not mine. Prachodayat, stimulate. Stimulate means for enlightenment. The entire prayer of the first thing you learn in Sanatana Dharma is whom to focus on, Narayana, Parabrahma, and what to focus on. Give me this, Bangla, car, money. Ask for a supreme intellect, which is purifying, which is uplifting you, not just individually, it's a totality. So then Buddha was asked, if everybody is enlightened, why are you teaching? He says, I am awakened Buddha, they are sleeping Buddha. I am waking up sleeping Buddhas. So the divinity or Brahman is the nature of everybody. So he is asking for his own upliftment. Once he wakes up, he says, I will wake up others also. That's what is Gayatri Mantra. This is the meaning of Gayatri Mantra. Now, how many times Gayatri Mantra has to be chanted? The Gayatri Mantra 108 in Sanatana Dharma or yogic literature is a sacred number. 108 is the between the earth and sun. The radius of earth is put 108 times, that distance is covered. The diameter, sorry. The 108 is like a cosmic number. Many places cosmic number will come. The earth is connected through 108. We are body of earth, and through 108 we can get connected to sun. First thing, sun is not Surya Narayana. So Gayatri Mantra is 24 alphabets. So 24 into whatever number, 72,000 are the nadis in our body. 72,000 energy channels. 36,000 are masculine, 36,000 are feminine. So 24 multiplied by number, which will purify certain amount of energy channels in the body. And that number should match with the related to submultiple of 108, multiple of 108. That's how people do 1008 times Gayatri Mantra, 24 times, 18 times. But ultimately, the logic is 72,000 nadis are there. Okay? Each aksharam of one Gayatri Mantra will purify one nadi. And it has to be related to 108. That many repetitions you have to do. Okay? And what time you have to do? You have to do it Sandhya Kala. And you have to do pranayama. Control your breath so that prana starts flowing in the Brahma Nadi or Sushumna Nadi. Ida Pingala is the Nadi, two nerves. It flows through Sushumna and your higher consciousness opens up. This is what Gayatri Mantra chanting is all about. Any questions? Or because you have given birth. Then destructive form of Narayana is Shiva. The Nana form of Narayana is called Guru. So all the three are embedded in that.
Super.
You can add to that Gayatri. So the Gayatri Mantra has prayer for Narayana, Supreme Being, who is Mukti Pradata, liberation. But Supreme Being in the universe is the Mother, Savita, Prasavita, prayer as Mother aspect of Narayana. Bhargaha, destruction aspect of Narayana in the form of Shiva. Then Dio Yana Prachodayat, stimulate my intellect, inspire me, is prayer to Guru. So these are the three aspects of prayer. Anybody else, any questions? Or we can go to the next question. Yes, Shravan Sleeper.
Vasu here.
Yeah,
On samskaras and vasanas, ultimately vasanas will translate into samskaras, habit patterns, impression in order to manifest. Is that?
Vasanas will become samskara, samskara will become vasana, again like that. It's a cycle.
Oh, it's a cycle.
Vasanas will rise. Okay, then it will drive you to do some work. Then work becomes habit pattern. Then impressions get recorded. Vasana, samskara is checker.
to break that cycle?
Jnana is to break free from the cycle, not break.
Okay. Be free. Okay. Transcend that cycle.
Transcend it. So break the cycle means I am trying to modify. Break free means I am transcending. So Jnana is for transcending vasana and samskara.
Okay. Okay. So the
You need a breakthrough
yogic
also.
sadhana.
You need a breakthrough also. The breakthrough is Guru. To break free.
Yes.
Okay.
Hari Om Prabhuji. Thank
Hari
you.
Om. Anybody else? Any
Vasana and
questions?
samskara clarity came out superbly, Prabhuji.
Very good.
Yeah, when you were answering the question.
Wonderful. So, anybody else? Any questions? Otherwise, we'll go to next question. What is the next question? What is the right age for performing Upanayanam? Okay. If you look at a child, the child's brain development starts early in the womb of the mother. About 6 months, baby in the womb of the mother, at 6 months, starts nervous system start developing. Whatever mother experiences becomes the impression of the child. In Japan, they did an experiment. The pregnant mothers, they used to go to a park in Japan. They used to go for a walk. In the park, there was a bell, specific bell. And pregnant mother child will also listen to the bell because mother listens to the bell. What they found, even after the child is born and grown up an adult, if that particular sound is there, the mind will become silent. The deep early impressions of the bell is there in the child. So our nervous system in the very, very early formative years, very, very soft. It can pick up a lot of things. That's why there is a time when mantras, japa, done by father or mother in the house will impress the child. They may not learn the exact mantra, but that creates deep-rooted impression. The deep-rooted early life samskara. It's called prenatal education. But right now, prenatal education we don't do. Mother will be watching some horror movies on the TV or Netflix. So they have become some deep-rooted samskara. After that, mind will be already cluttered. Emotional disturbance of the mother, emotional state of the mother affects the child. Then, between the age of birth, immediately after birth to 4 years, the child's brain will grow about 40%. Very rapid connections will happen. That's why child will be able to learn. Many things will learn, right? Walking, crawling, speaking a language. They become very fast at that age. Later point of time, we can't learn that things fast. It will be slow. Nervous system is picking up very fast. Between the age of 4 and 8, okay, the brain will grow by another 40%. Beyond 8, it will be about 20% growth of the brain. After that, nervous system learning will happen. But I am speaking of fundamental structure. So the ancient found that the optimum age for the child to get Brahmoksharoparinam is 8. The nervous system is formed about about 60 to 70%, and another 20-30% is growth is there. There is the time you can give Upadesha. So what will happen if you look at a child up to the age of 8 or 9, the intellect becomes sharper and sharper. The intellectual growth which starts happening at that age. Earlier it will be emotional. The intelligence will be there, but rational part will be less. Intellectual part start growing at the age of 8. That's the time to send to Gurukula. Right now, our school admission is at the age of 5th year. They had a school admission at the age of 8. And going to school admission, prerequisite was you have to have a Brahmopadisha. Upanayana has to be done. Like prerequisite for going to LKG, UK, first time is LKG and UKG, like that. Prerequisite was Brahmopadisha. What is the meaning of Brahmopadisha? The child knows why he is going to school. Not just like put into school. The child, you are going, my dear child, you are going to school to get Brahmadnana, Tattvamasi, you are Brahman. For that, you have to do the Upasana, Gayatri Upasana. Okay? And for that, you have to have a lifestyle, a student lifestyle. It's called Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means a lifestyle suitable for realization of God. No, Brahmacharya is not celibacy. Celibacy is translated as celibacy. But actually, Brahmacharya means lifestyle suitable for realizing God. What is lifestyle suitable for realizing God? Get up in the morning, do your yogasana, pranayama, yajna, offering, then chant Gayatri mantra, go and fetch wood, go and get bhiksha, then do the studies of that day, and do clean up the ashram, do service. So what child learns as a part of Brahmacharya, first thing child learns is humility. Second thing child learns is karma yoga, service. The third thing child learns is upasana, meditation. This is a part of Gayatri Upasana is taught already. Before you go to school, Gayatri Upasana has been taught. Brahmacharya is a lifestyle suitable for realizing God is taught there. So age of 8 is before sending the school, the child is taught the purpose of going to the school. That's called Gayatri Brahmopadisha. Now, what happens is that many people, they get Upanayanam done before marriage. So the time has shifted. Earlier, admission to Gurukula was Upanayanam. The marriage becomes, Upanayana becomes a qualification for marriage. So what happens is that it's a tradition, Vedic tradition, that boy has gone to Gurukula. There are some Gurukulas for girls also, but less infrequent, less in numbers. So the boy, when he gets married, after his Samavarta means studies, Gurukula education, he studies for 18 years. Then at the time of marriage, he will take a commitment that whatever I have learned, Vedic knowledge, I'll pass on to my wife. She didn't have opportunity to get education. I'll pass on to her. With that, he will wear 2 sacred threads. 3 is for himself and 3 is for his wife. It's a commitment to pass on the Vedic knowledge to his wife and the family, children. That commitment is done at the time of marriage. That's why 2 sacred threads are worn. Okay, so it's a commitment to pass on the knowledge of Vedas. So before marriage, Upanayana is done to remember that you have a responsibility of taking up Vedic study, if you have not done already, passing it on to your wife and next generation, and to live a life of dharma, dharmic life. That is the purpose. Age of Upanayana, before going to school, 8. Before marriage is a commitment to lead a life suitable to Vedic way of living. Any questions? Yeah, present is grace, correct.
Right. So, how does showing this, you are explaining the process.
The question, Google it, I answered that. I already Googled. So, question is, anyway, realization of God is Jnana. Why not study a couple of Vedanta books and get Jnana? Today is, why struggle all these things? I get into some bookstore, Tattvamasi book, couple of books I can take and study and get it. Or I find a guru will give me Tattvamasi Jnana and get it. Why all this struggle of Gayatri Mantra, Sandhya Vandana, Upanayana, all those things, right? This question doesn't come to us. Why marriage? Why job? There, the question doesn't come. Only comes to specific aspects like samskara, Vedic samskara. See, there are two types of realization possible. Okay, so you don't hear it commonly. One is called cosmic consciousness, and other is called Brahmic consciousness. Nirvanic consciousness and cosmic consciousness. Two different levels of realization is possible. Cosmic consciousness is realizing I am one with the totality. Okay? Every aspect of creation is my own manifestation, the manifestation of the self. I am the sun, I am the moon, I am the earth, I am everything. This is the realization. Everything is there, but I am all that. It's called cosmic consciousness. I am not separate from star. I am not separate from moon. I am one with the totality of existence. So this is called cosmic consciousness or Saguna Brahma realization. Okay. So Saguna Brahma realization happens with the evolved nervous system. Nervous system, certain part of your brain which are related to God consciousness or totality consciousness to get activated. The Saguna Brahma realization is called pure love. Bhakti. Bhakti is not what you do chanting and mantra and all. Realizing I am the universe. There was a Rishi called Vamadeva. I think Vamadeva. At the time of realization, he says, I am the sun, I am the moon, I am the mountain, I am the tree, I am the star, I am the planet, I am the galaxy. Okay? My greatness is greater than all of this. It doesn't say about the body, it's a consciousness. The universal consciousness realization is called Saguna Brahma realization. Oneness with the totality. That is the first part of realization. And this realization happens with Upasana. The nervous system has to be refined to a high degree. Yoga, Upasana, Karma Yoga, they are preparatory for this. It's an effort involving the fine-tuning of the nervous system through Karma Yoga, Seva, Bhakti, and Gayatri Upasana. It's called Saguna Brahma realization. Then there's the Nirguna Brahma realization. I am nothing. Everything in the universe is unreal, mithya. Consciousness alone is real. This is called Nirvanic consciousness. Nirvanic consciousness is called Bhakti, Mukti. Cosmic consciousness is called Bhakti. Arjuna, in chapter 12, Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, chapter 12, no? I think chapter 12, Vishwarupa Darshana. With chapter 10, Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, he realizes the totality of the cosmic form. That's called peak of bhakti. So what happens when we realize the totality of universe as one, there's a deep love and feeling of connectivity to the entire universe. It's called Saguna Bhakti, Saguna realization. Nirguna realization is, at the Saguna realization level, everything is real. The sun is real, moon is real. I am one with them. The reality is there, given to the manifested reality. It's there. So, in Nirguna realization, the reality of that is understood as temporary reality, not a permanent reality. It's called mithya, temporary reality, temporary appearance. Then what is the eternal appearance? Is Narayana or Parabrahma. It's called Nirguna reality. It's called Mukti. So Bhakti and Mukti are two aspects of realization. So the Bhakti aspect of realization requires Upasana. Various types of Upasana. Sri Vidya Upasana, or Gayatri Upasana, or Karma Yoga Sadhana. They're all maturing of the Bhakti. Okay? Jnana is freedom from all this. So your question is, the entire thing is anyway Jnana. Why not go to Jnana straight away? The answer is like this. A mango tree has many mango fruits. When you can pluck the mango anytime. Which mango will be sweetest? The mango which has ripened in the tree is the sweetest. Unripened mango is a bit sour, but still you cut it and eat it. Still is functionally used. So Jnana, matured through bhakti, is a ripened soul. Jnana, soul which has not matured through bhakti yoga and karma yoga, is unripe, still can get liberation through Jnana, if it can. But what will happen is that they'll be unstable. Oh, I got Jnana, then I say, still why I'm like this? So I know I'm Brahman, Tattvamasi, but still there is feeling of gap inside. The Chitta Shuddhi, purification has not happened fully. This upasana, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, upasana will purify the soul. Chitta Shuddhi happens. They are preparatory for Jnana. Now Jnana being simple and direct, I can get Jnana. But has Chitta Shuddhi happened? That makes a difference in the bliss of realization. So this is where Jnana is direct and immediate. In today's world, anybody can get Jnana. But the feeling of liberation, total freedom, if it doesn't come, it means that Chitta is not purified through Bhakti Yoga and Upasana. Upasana and Karma. Bhakti Yoga is also called Upasana Yoga. So, then how do you get Jnana? Jnana will come only Guru. Atma Jnana comes from Guru. So what happens is that when the student joins Gurukula, he is admitted into the Gurukula for Brahmacharya, means a life in tune, a life surrendered to Brahman. He is not realized Brahman. He is purification, preparations going on. Bhakti Yoga and Karma Yoga. 18 years of purification. He is not purified. Some of them may be enlightened, we can't say. But most of the people requires a good amount of preparation. So at that point of time, they hold a ceremony called Samavartana, means granting of education, passing out. What do you call it? Graduation ceremony. Not passing out, graduation ceremony. At the time of graduation ceremony, Guru has recognized who has become free, enlightened, who requires a grahastha and who requires a sannyasashrama. Okay, so now one who requires a grahastha, because his vasanas are taking him to that, Guru will tell him how to study Dharma Grantha and live a life of householder life. That's what it is. Then one who wants to take sannyasa, mukti, he'll be sent to, he'll be asked to go to a guru. Even grahastha also may go to a guru. In Gurukula, they will take them to a point where Chitta Shuddhi has happened, but Atma Jnana is not given fully. There is a reason for that. Jnana is given to you. Jnana, you can seek Jnana, you can seek education. Okay? You are admitted to school, education is given. That's a part of the education, all brahmacharya. But mukti is you are seeking. Nobody should induce the mukti into you. I should not give you mukti, I'll give you mukti and learn this. You have to ask for mukti and you have to seek a guru. Mukti is not given just like that. For mukti, you have to find, you have to understand the need for that. For that, you have to go, have certain maturity in life. Then you seek a guru. So, guru is the one who gives the jnana of mukti. Guru doesn't give you mukti. Guru cannot give you liberation because liberation is your nature. Guru helps you to remove ajnana, ignorance. Jnana, what is already there, is shining because of our bhakti yoga and upasana, already shining. The traces of ignorance is removed through jnana. Mukti is not given. Mukti is, you realize I am already mukta, I am already Brahman. So, to happen this, you go to Guru. Moksha Moolam Guru Krapa. Right? Moksha is because of grace of Guru. Grace of Guru is not magic. Grace of Guru is his presence, his life, and clarity of his teaching which touches you. That's called grace. So that's why Shrotriyam and Brahmanishtam, one who is well versed in scriptures or well versed in teaching, and Brahmanishtam, who is established in Brahman, is Guru. Because his life becomes your living example for truth. And his teaching becomes guideline. So his life and his teaching is together called grace. That will free you. So, why Upasana and all? Upasana ripens the soul. The great realization which can happen is Saguna Brahma realization, oneness, outpouring love, outpouring compassion can happen. Even there, without that, you can get a jnana, but full ripening would not have happened. Very clear? Any questions for anybody on Zoom? Any questions for people on Zoom?
Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om, Lita.
As you said, Shrotriya Brahmanishtan as Guruji is Brahmanishtan is living a lifestyle as a Brahman, knowing that I am the Brahman and then interacting in the world. Or is he the enlightened one only? Like he has to be an enlightened one, or just knowing that he is Brahman and still not enlightened?
No. Brahmanishta means, Brahmadnani means who is enlightened one. Brahmanishta means that is reflected in all aspects of his life. His life is that.
Yes. So Brahmanishtan gradually he will become Brahmagnani, no, Guruji?
No.
No. Okay.
Brahmadnani means Atma-dnana has come, Tattvamasi. Aparoksha-dnana has come, I am Brahman. Brahmanishta means he is living the life in all aspects of the life. He is completely undisturbed. His life has become Brahman's life in the human body.
So is it equal to enlightenment?
Enlightenment is, Brahmadnana is enlightenment. Enlightenment is Brahmadnana. I got a Brahmadnana, which means Aparoksha-dnana, I am Brahman, correct? So that's called enlightenment. Now, that enlightenment is stable in his life in all aspects of his life. His life becomes a reflection of a Jivan Mukta living. That's called Brahmanishta.
What I felt was, okay, maybe it's still a little confusing for me. I do not know. What I felt was, see, once we take the knowledge that Tattvamasi and we know that Aham Brahmasmi, that yes, I am the Brahman, but I am interacting in this world as Lalita. As a mother, I am playing a role as a mother, I am playing a role as a wife, I am playing a role as a daughter-in-law, daughter, whatever it is. But back of it, I know I am the screen and everything is happening. What is this phase of life termed as, Guruji?
So do not worry about these words, terminologies. Okay? These terminologies are only for technical language. You ask yourself, are you free from suffering or not? Are you
Yes.
Nobody can give the answer for you. You have to
Yes.
answer yourself.
The
Right?
suffering is gone, but the physical pain is there.
Physical pain will be there for Gnani also, no? If somebody cuts his leg, he'll feel the pain. The pain will be there. Not he will not feel it, the pain is there. So, do not worry about these technical jargons. Ask yourself, am I free from suffering? Okay? So that you take it as don't Brahmanishta, Brahmadnani, all those things you don't confuse. These are all technical ways of explaining some things. For you, simple question, am I free from suffering? Okay, if I'm not free from suffering, is there a fire in my life? Emotional disturbance is there. Is the fire coming down or not? Ask this question. So these are technical languages. You don't mix up. Just ask yourself, am I free? Or my emotional disturbance has come down gradually and drastically. As I come down, have I become free? That's all is the question you have to answer. Don't try to relate to Brahmadnani, Brahmanishta, all those things are some concepts, mental concepts. So Brahmanishta means do not think that he is practicing Brahman. He has already established in Brahman, it's called Brahmanishta.
Okay, Guruji, clear. So yes, as long as there is no suffering, then he's already established, because he has already known that he is Brahman. He has got the Atma Gnana from the Guru, and he is living a lifestyle as a Brahman in the society, but just doing his roles, what has been coming
Yeah.
on his way spontaneously.
Correct.
So he is Shrotra, and okay, I got it, Guruji. Because what I was thinking is, there is an ah movement where there is an enlightenment.
ಆ moment, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಅಂತವ, ಅಯ್ಯಯ್ಯೋ ಅಂತವ, ಅಂತವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ. All don't worry about that. All these movie songs you see, aha, oh, and all those things, don't do it. Just understand, ask yourself, am I suffering, free from suffering or not? Okay, don't try to put a label also.
Yes.
Is my mind peaceful? Is love my nature? Ask that. And don't have to tell anybody. So, know yourself.
Got it, Guruji. Very clear. Thank you, Guruji.